I'm so excited to be able to share, based upon Sister India's message, that we need to do this together about what is happening with ELCA and Amparo. 10 years ago, we got ourselves organized to walk with migrants in our communities here, but also internationally. So at this moment, we have 60 of our 65 synods that are actively working to accompany migrants in their synods and in their congregations. We have 37 of them that have immigration task forces that are doing work around advocacy and accompaniment and connecting people together. We have 269 welcoming and sanctuary congregations that are doing this really important work. They've been accompanying people in their communities now for many, many years. And the work is very exciting. It often starts with something just very simple as inviting people in, maybe even for ESL language classes, but then moves into this beautiful piece of being able to accompany people through their whole court process and helping to get their asylum. We see advocacy, and we are most excited to be a participant in Free Families Fridays and in the movement to abolish family detention, because that's what really needs to happen at this moment in time. Did you know that at this moment and through Christmas, we had 800 families, parents and children detained in Dilley, Texas at the Family Detention Center? Children who've never, and parents who've never committed any crimes are there and stuck. And so that's why freeing families is so important at this moment in time. We kicked it off in the ELCA with a vigil on UN Migrant Day, and we're asking all of our members to consider having even just a short vigil. There are all kinds of prayers that are available and songs that can be used just to raise the consciousness of your neighbors about what is happening to families being detained in this moment. And as Sister Katie was mentioning, Free Family Fridays are at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's a marvelous opportunity not only to hear what's happening around the country around family detention, but also to feel inspired through the songs, some of the songs that you're hearing maybe tonight and other songs that will help you to raise your spirit in these times that are so difficult that we are living through at this moment. So we would all ask you all to consider joining Free Families Fridays, and also just taking a look at the toolkit to see where you might find even 5 minutes when you have a committee meeting to give a devotion to raise up the issue and a prayer for families. The exciting piece about Amparo is the articulation. The beauty of having 269 congregations and 37 synods is that when we get calls from our companions about people who are in detention at this moment in time, we're actually able to respond. And then when we have crazy things going on with the ICE raids, for example, in Chicago, where people are just being picked up off the streets kind of randomly and then being moved from Chicago to Indiana and then being moved to Michigan, there's the possibility that we can connect them with people in Michigan who can walk with them and can go to court with them and make sure that they get the justice that they need by getting a lawyer to help represent them. And getting bail. That's the other piece of it too, just being able to bond out. So this is another piece of it. And then people who are in a position where all of a sudden being picked off the streets, they are deported and they end up in countries of origin. And just a couple weeks ago, someone I knew very well, after his wife was actually deported, decided that he needed to go back there and to be with his wife and his kids. And we have programs that are accompanying them to be able to figure out what to do next in this situation, and also get the psychosocial trauma counseling that are necessary. So this is what organization means. And this is what connecting to a movement means, and being able to be together in this work and support each other, and to be able to have the networks that are necessary to help give justice for people in these vulnerable situations. Thank you.